For SPSS Task 12, a multiple regression, I have the data set open here, and we're asked a couple of questions. The first question is, what is our predictor variable or our independent variables? And the independent variables, according to how the question is worded, are the ELA benchmark, the math benchmark, and parent graduation, college graduation. Our outcome, our dependent variable, is the state math test. So we're going to have 3 research questions. Each research question lists an independent variable and asks if it predicts the dependent variable. So we have ELA benchmark, math benchmark, and parent college graduation. So then we're going to create a table of means and standard deviations. I'm going to move this aside to do that. What we can do is run the linear regression, multiple linear regression, to get that. So I'm going to reset this, but dependent variable is the state math test. So that's going to be in this box. Next, we're going to insert our independent variables, which is the ELA benchmark, the math benchmark, and parent college graduation. We're going to make sure we have estimates, model fit, and descriptives all checked. And then we're going to run the analysis. So you can see we're asked to insert mean, standard deviation, and N. That's all included here in the top descriptive statistics table. The question about what is the regression equation. We can find this information in the coefficients table, the beta and it's the beta constant plus the unstandardized beta for ELA benchmark is here times ELA benchmark plus plug in each of these values in front of their respective independent variable. The correlation coefficient can be found in the model summary. Here is our R, which is our correlation coefficient, and our R squared, which is 0.834 times 0.834. We get this value. You can convert this into a percentage, which is the percent of variability in the dependent variable that was explained by the regression model. Next, we're going to go to the write-up portion. The write-up portion asks for a couple things. Let's move this over so we can see all of it. So we're going to ask that the overall model predicting the state tests from our 3 independent variables, ELA, benchmark, math benchmark, and college grad, is significant. We find that here because the significance in the ANOVA table is less than 0.05. So we're going to write our results in this format, parentheses, and F because this is the F test, another parentheses, and here we're going to list the degrees of freedom found in the ANOVA table. The regression degrees of freedom, which is 3, comma, the residual degrees of freedom, end parentheses, equals, and then here we write the F value, which can be found here, comma, and the p-value. Often the notation when SPSS says p-value is 0.000, it is written as p is less than 0.001. And there's a period after that. And so that ends our initial F-test results. And then we're going to list the ELA, or each of the independent variables. So we'll start with ELA benchmark with their beta value, the t value, and the p value. And those are all found in the coefficients table. So we were looking at ELA benchmark. We can see the standardized beta coefficient is listed here, followed by the t value here, and the significance. So we're going to do that same for ELA, then for math, those are both significant predictors because we can see those results here. These are less than 0.05, while college grad is not a significant predictor because this is greater than 0.05. And then we're asked, which of the predictors is the best? And we conclude that the math benchmark is because it has the highest standardized beta coefficient.